Football, often called the beautiful game, is a sport that unites people across the globe, showcasing skill, strategy, and teamwork. However, beneath its elegance lies a darker side, one filled with brutal tackles, unsportsmanlike conduct, and dirty plays. While physicality is an inherent part of the game, some moments cross the line into outright brutality. This article delves into the history, impact, and infamous instances of dirty and brutal plays in football. The thin line between aggression and violence. Football is a contact sport, and physicality is an essential component. A well-timed tackle, a strong shoulder charge, or a tactical foul can be key to a team's defensive strategy. However, when aggression morphs into deliberate harm, it shifts from being a tactical move to an unsportsmanlike act. There is a fine line between playing hard and playing dirty. Some players have built reputations on their aggressive styles, treading close to that boundary. Others have crossed it entirely, resulting in some of the most infamous moments in football history. Infamous dirty plays in football history. 1. Roy Keane's revenge tackle on Erling Haaland. One of the most notorious tackles in football history was Roy Keane's revenge tackle on Erling Haaland in 2001. Keane, known for his aggressive play, had a personal vendetta against Haaland after an earlier incident where Haaland accused him of feigning injury. Keane's brutal tackle on Haaland's knee ended the Norwegian's career prematurely. Keane later admitted in his autobiography that the tackle was intentional, further cementing its place as one of football's dirtiest moments. 2. Nigel de Jong's kung fu kick on Xabi Alonso. During the 2010 FIFA World Cup final between Spain and the Netherlands, Dutch midfielder Nigel de Jong delivered a shocking high kick to Spain's Xabi Alonso's chest. The challenge, reminiscent of a martial arts move, was only punished with a yellow card by referee Howard Webb. The incident remains one of the most brutal fouls ever witnessed on football's biggest stage. 3. Zinedine Zidane's headbutt on Marco Materazzi. Zinedine Zidane was provoked by Marco Materazzi as they were competing in the 2006 FIFA World Cup final. Zinedine Zidane's headbutt on Marco Materazzi during the final match of the 2006 FIFA World Cup between France and Italy is what people remember most about the match, the red card and tarnishing his farewell match. 4. Eric Cantona's kung fu kick on a fan. In 1995, Manchester United's Eric Cantona took aggression to another level when he leaped into the stands and delivered a kung fu-style kick to a Crystal Palace fan. Cantona's attack was not against an opponent, but a spectator who had allegedly been verbally abusing him. The incident led to a lengthy suspension and remains one of football's most shocking moments. 5. Pete's assault on Getafe players. Portuguese defender Pepe has a history of aggression, but his actions during a 2009 La Liga match against Getafe took things to another level. After fouling Javier Casquero, Pete kicked him twice while he was down and then struck another Getafe player. The brutality of the act earned him a 10-match suspension, marking one of the most violent outbursts in football history. 6. Diego Maradona's infamous Hand of God. While not violent in nature, Maradona's infamous Hand of God goal during the 1986 World Cup is considered one of football's dirtiest plays. The Argentine legend used his hand to score against England, an act of blatant cheating that went unnoticed by the referee. This incident fueled the debate on sportsmanship in football. 7. Harald Schumacher's assault on Patrick Battiston. In the 1982 World Cup semi-final, German goalkeeper Harald Schumacher delivered a brutal challenge on French player Patrick Battiston. Schumacher's reckless aerial collision left Battiston unconscious, with broken teeth and damaged vertebrae. Shockingly, the referee did not award a foul, making this one of the most controversial moments in World Cup history. The psychological and tactical role of dirty plays. Dirty plays in football are often driven by a mix of psychological warfare and tactical advantage. Players may resort to aggression to intimidate opponents, disrupt the flow of the game, or provoke reactions that lead to bookings or dismissals. Some teams have historically used a rough style of play as part of their identity. Clubs like Atletico Madrid and the old-school Italian defenders have mastered the dark arts of defending, pushing the limits without necessarily crossing into outright brutality. Additionally, some coaches encourage their teams to employ aggressive tactics when facing technically superior opponents. The strategy is to break the rhythm of attacking players, making it difficult for them to execute their game plan. However, when this aggression turns into unsporting behavior, it can lead to chaos on the pitch. Football's response to brutality. Football's governing bodies, including FIFA, UEFA, and domestic leagues, have attempted to curb excessive violence in the game through various measures aimed at promoting fair play and player safety. These initiatives include stricter refereeing standards, the introduction of VAR, video assistant referee, to review contentious decisions, and the implementation of heavier suspensions and fines for dangerous or reckless play. Additionally, rule modifications and educational campaigns have been introduced to encourage sportsmanship and discourage overly aggressive tactics. Despite these efforts, some players and teams continue to exploit loopholes in the rules or rely on physicality and intimidation as a fundamental part of their playing style. This has sparked ongoing debate among players, coaches, analysts, and fans regarding the fine line between acceptable physicality and unsportsmanlike behavior. While some argue that football is inherently a contact sport that requires a degree of toughness, others believe that excessive aggression undermines the spirit of the game and increases the risk of serious injuries. As the sport evolves, officials and governing bodies must continuously assess and refine regulations to strike a balance between maintaining the game's intensity and ensuring player welfare. Technological interventions. The introduction of VAR, video assistant referee, has been instrumental in reducing dirty plays and improving overall officiating standards. Though Sergio Ramos, who plays for Real Madrid, is one of the most decorated defenders in the history of football, his career has also been distinguished by a number of disputes that have been deemed contentious. During the 2018 UEFA Champions League final, Ramos was involved in a collision with Mohamed Salah, which resulted in the Egyptian star suffering a dislocated shoulder and being forced to leave the field of play. This incident is considered to be one of the most infamous incidents. The violent manner in which Ramos conducts himself has frequently provoked arguments regarding whether or not his actions are calculated or merely reckless. The repercussions of plays that are both dirty and brutal. The essence of the game is undermined when players engage in dirty and brutal play, which not only puts players in danger. They may result in serious injuries, some of which result in the premature termination of careers. Those who commit the offenses will face lengthy suspensions and fines. The reputation of the sport suffers as a result of unsportsmanlike behavior, which discourages both fans and sponsors from participating. This measure serves as both a deterrent and a means of delivering justice after the fact, ensuring that players who engage in dangerous tackles, elbowing, or other unsportsmanlike behavior do not escape unpunished. While retrospective action cannot undo the damage inflicted during a match, it reinforces the message that violent play will not be tolerated and helps maintain the integrity of the sport. The impact on players and the game. Brutal and dirty plays have long-term consequences, both physically and mentally. Serious injuries caused by reckless challenges can end careers prematurely, while persistent unsportsmanlike conduct can tarnish reputations. Players who suffer violent fouls may develop psychological scars that affect their confidence on the pitch. Some may become more cautious, changing their playing style to avoid further injuries. Others may seek revenge, leading to a cycle of aggression that escalates tensions in the sport. Football's rich history includes moments of breathtaking skill and moments of shocking brutality. While physicality will always be part of the game, there is a collective responsibility to ensure it does not cross into outright violence. Striking the balance between intensity and fair play is crucial in preserving the essence of the beautiful game.